Hey everybody, rideshare reseller Mike. We've been off and running today. We just picked up, I think it's 5 pieces of stereo equipment. I haven't checked the total value of it. Set of headphones also, old COS style headphones, but I picked up all this stuff free. I'll show you the ad, then I'll kind of go over what we got and take a peek at what the value of that stuff is. There is a Sony CD100. You know how I deal with the 300s, the 200s, the 400s. So here's a CD100. That's got to be at least 70 bucks. At least. It's got the remote. That's the key. There's 2 remotes, so I don't know why there are 2. We'll check the belts on that, and we'll match up the remote, and plus we'll sell the remote. We'll probably get 15 bucks for the remote. So another free pickup. I missed out on a bicycle by probably 3 minutes. It's just hit or miss sometimes with these. You guys just have to keep at it. You'll pick up your share of free, but you're gonna miss some good stuff and it's gonna suck. This bike I could have flipped easily for 120, and it was free. She had it up for free. So now I'm off to go pick up the metal detector. We'll go over that one too and show you how I'm gonna be working the metal detector. That's a little expensive purchase. That's a purchase, but we're gonna see if we can flip that fast and make some good money quickly. All right, guys, we'll be back in a second. Hey guys, rideshare reseller Mike. Little different angle, huh? Getting used to the garage a little more. There's not as much stuff, so I can move around. This might be a nightmare in about 2-3 months. It might be really jammed, but I'll figure it out. I'm trying to shoot more videos, trying to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how I can continue to work during the coronavirus lockdown. Again, you've heard me say, if you've watched my videos, that I'm going to be locked down a little bit longer because I'm in California. So this is tricky for me. It's not easy. I'm used to doing the Goodwill, the garage sale, all that stuff. Everybody is, so I was really used to that. So now I'm kind of confined to doing next door, offer up, Facebook Marketplace, that kind of thing. And I'm finding some stuff. And you know, you're not going to get everything. For example, today, just before I got this stereo thing, I was on my way to the bank to get the money for this last item I'm going to show you. And as I was at the bank, getting close to the bank, bang, there was a hit for a bicycle. I really wanted the bicycle, maybe for myself, but it looked like a nice bike. It was only up for like 4 or 5 minutes, and it was already gone. So I had lost that one. In the meantime, the app was open. So I refreshed, and up popped the stereo stuff. So I didn't get the bike stuff, but I got the stereo stuff. The guy was really surprised. I was literally at his house within 3 to 5 minutes to pick this stuff up. And he said it all has to go, speakers, cabinet, everything. So I have a way of disposing of the speaker and cabinets. I have a friend who has some dumpsters that he lets me use, and they're not being filled up right now, so I can use those. So anyhow, I picked these items up for free. You can see the ad up here, over here. I'll put the ad over here, and so you can see that. And we'll go over, you know, what I got and what I potentially will get out of this free lot. All right. So let's start off right here. I'm gonna pick this guy up. He's the biggest one, or at least size-wise. He's not the heaviest one. All right. Let's see if I can hold it for you. All right, there it is. It's a Sony, and it's another multi-CD player. This one is 100 disc. So I now have one left. I have a 200 left. This is a 100, 200, 300, 400. So that's what Sony made. They made 4 models. Again, if you watch my video, if something's wrong with this, it's 99% of the time the belts. So I will open up the top, look inside, and see if the belts are okay. If not, I'll just swap them out. This guy here, because I have 2 remotes came with it. They're both Sony. One of them I think is just to a CD player, but there I could sell that remote. Maybe if I even make $5, I'll, you know, free remote, I'll make $5-10 off of that remote. This one and this one go together. All of the comps up don't have the remote. I have the remote. So that's an advantage for me. So I'm thinking that this one is, if I looked at this right, about $100. I'm going to get about $100 off this. And it's not that hard to ship. It's actually pretty light. You just need the right box, and as you can see, I have a tower of boxes if you've seen some of my videos, and I have plenty of sources for boxes, so that's not a problem. So $100 for the CD player with the remote. Put it back down. I didn't even clean them up for this. I'm just going to show you straight up. All right, next one up. This one is the amplifier to the Kenwood. So here's the amplifier, okay? And the amplifier will go for, I'm guessing between 80 and 100, right in that range, just for the amplifier. Amplifiers are usually going to be the most value, and in a system. This is not really a high-end system, so there's not going to be a great value on the other three pieces, but this one here, 80 to 100, the CD player 100. So let's just call that 180 right there. All right, the other part is a stereo amplifier controller, okay? Stereo amplifier controller. And the amplifier controller, this is with the equalizer. This one will go for about 40. So $40. I should get a good 40 bucks out of that guy. Put that down. And you know what's funny is the least expensive of the whole thing is probably going to be this guy right here. The tape deck. Double tape deck. It's in good shape. I think the max I can get for this is probably about 25, maybe 35. That'd be pushing it. But it is in really good shape. So, you know, being that it's in good shape, I should be able to pick up some fair money on that. And let's pick up the next one here. This is the synthesized tuner, and I do have the antenna, so that will help a little bit. But the synthesized tuner, this will I get about $40 for this. And this one, you know, tuners, they still work by themselves out in a garage. You need some speakers hooked up and basically an antenna, and off you're running. So that's the Kenwood items. And if you take a look at everything, I'm thinking about 100, 200, 280, let's say 300. So $300 for all that stuff right there for free. Picked it up for free, and I should be able to get an easy 300. I'll show you what's cool. I'll be able to add to each one the owner's manual. So they're all here. All four pieces, not the Sony, but the four Kenwood, each will have a manual. All those little things like that do help. So don't forget to ask. Sometimes when you're going in there, they're giving something away free, they forget the remote. You gotta say, hey, was there a remote with it? Don't forget to ask about that. All right, let's take a look at a couple other things out of there. This is kind of interesting. I got these out of the same thing in the stereo. And what it is, you can see it there, disc jockey cloth. But what's really cool is it says KSJO 92. That's the radio station. When I was a kid, we had two radio stations here in California that I listened to, KSJO 92 and KOME radio. Now KOME radio, if you see their stickers, it's kind of like a yield sign, very popular sign, a very popular sticker because of the way that rock was. They did all kinds of variations on it, and this is KSJO. So there's probably a KSJO collector or somebody who will collect these. Maybe I get $5-6 out of these. So there's an easy, let's call it 5 and 5. There's $10 right there, plus the remote. You know, a remote that maybe I got 10 or 12 for that. So there's 22 just out of a couple of small items out of there. And then, then he had these, a set of Cause headphones were included. I was hoping maybe they could be 30, 40 bucks. Not quite. I'm only going to be able to get about maybe $15. But again, it's still $15. And it's not going to take up a lot of space. So really good find here, 15 bucks. Comes with it. So I got 15, and let's call it 20. Got 35 just in those small little items for free. So right there, it's pretty good. All right, and now, after I left there, I was driving down the street, and there was some books on the side of the road. So I had to stop and look. So I stopped and looked, and turned on my Scout IQ app. If many of you if you're book people, you know what the Scout IQ is. I use Scout IQ. I pay $14.99 a month. I think it's worth it. I do not get the database version because that's like $60 a month. I just use the $14.99 version a month, and you can scan anything on that Amazon has. It'll show up on Amazon, and it's really, really good for books, especially if you're sending them in FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. And right now, I think we can start sending stuff in. So I looked in the pile of books. I didn't find anything except for one book, that book. So just driving by, $28 net. So that was almost a $30 just sitting on the curb. This book will sell pretty quickly. Shouldn't take me too long. I will throw it in. I actually have a little bit of Amazon that I'm going to go ahead and throw up and push into them and get that money rolling. So, because I haven't been able to ship anything to Amazon, and I don't have a whole lot, but when I find books, they go in. So Scout IQ, excellent app for just overall scanning. I know we use eBay a lot, but Amazon, it helps you, especially if you try to get the free FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant, where you ship everything. You can potentially make more money. You saw me sell the Wi-Fi nodes fulfilled by merchant for $265. So not a bad app, Scout IQ. Oh, and then in that same pile was, just some DVDs. Nothing major. I'll look through them. But if I get 10, 12 bucks, I'll be happy. Lot some stuff up. That kind of throw some in with a DVD player or something like that. Never pass these up unless they're just real bad. But these were, hey, fairly decent. All right, I'm going to stop it here for a second, and I'm going to be right back as I get the other item that I sold, and we'll talk about that one. Be right back. All right, everybody, we're back with the other item, Space Age. Anyhow, let's take a look at what we got. This I have been working on for about a month. I just couldn't pull the trigger because it was a lot of money, and it was just, do I not? Well, I sold my reel-to-reel tape deck, and I paid $350 for the reel-to-reel tape deck, and I sold it for $700 plus $100 shipping. So I made, decent money on that particular flip. It took about 2 weeks. I knew that would sell. Now I know this one's going to sell. Now what it sells for is the question, right? So I paid $500 for this. I got that and some accessories. Okay, the company is Excalibur. So what you're looking for here is it's by Excalibur. That's the name of the company. And here's their pamphlet, Excalibur. Now, Excalibur is probably one of the top makers of metal detectors. This one goes underwater. So there's two wands. A short one for when you're underwater and a longer one for when you're up along the shoreline. So it's popular with both metal detector guys and scuba guys. So they'll do the scuba underwater and do the metal detector underwater. So the lady was very, very nice. She had a bunch of accessories too. She had like extra, battery case for D batteries for an emergency charge, that kind of thing. Some washers, a bag, the whole 9 yards. So $500 is what I paid. It took me a month. It took me 3 weeks to seal this deal, basically. And I gave her the $500. She was very nice. Brand new, they're about $1,600. But used with accessories and in very good condition, you can get $1,000. They sell for anywhere from $950 to $1,050. So I'm gonna try and get $995 plus a little bit of shipping and see how that goes. I'm not gonna put a best offer up on this one. I'm gonna try and stand pat and see if somebody will grab this. Now that Florida's open, the coast along Alabama and Georgia, people might be interested in this again. California's not quite there, but again, it's a very, very high-end piece of equipment. I kind of feel like Craigslist Hunter on this, right? Where he does really well. He's not afraid to purchase more expensive items and sell them. That's kind of like me right now. I'm in this mode where a lot of the free stuff you might not get, and some other stuff that's $10, $15 is going quick too. But the stuff that's a little bit higher price that you could still flip, like the reel-to-reel, I made like over $300 on that deal because there was $100 shipping on that. So like I said, turning 350 into 300, where you turn in 10 to 10, 20 to 20, those kind of things. So I'm doubling my money, but on a bigger scale on some of these. So that's my theory right now, is I've got a little bit better advantage. I feel like I will take on these unique items such as the stereo and the metal detector. So that's where we're at. That's how I've been doing it, trying my best to keep going and just make a few bucks here and there. This is all going to break someday, guys. And when it does, we are going to make some money. There's going to be some stuff out there. This is not good for America, what's happening right now. It's just not good all the way around. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to suffer because of loss of job and so forth. So there's going to be opportunity for us to pick up some items. There's going to be more stuff, more garage sales, all that kind of stuff. It's really bad. This is not cool. It's difficult times right now for some people, and I feel extremely blessed that I'm able to do this and make some money. And if you're a reseller out there, you too should feel extremely blessed, no matter what you get for sales, because you know, we fell into this. If you think about it, who would have thought that the virus, this whole thing, would have helped us out so much? Because all of a sudden, I thought it was going to hurt us in a way. I don't know why. When I first closed down, I thought, oh, this is going to suck. But no, everything started to sell. You know, it's amazing. People could not go anywhere, so we were the source. So that's why, if you haven't done eBay, if you're thinking about doing eBay, eBay is a valid way to make extra money. Look in your house, look around for free stuff, put them up online, and you'll be amazed at the money you make. So anyhow, I really appreciate everybody who watches, and if you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get going. Thanks again, Rideshare Reseller. I'll see you next time. Thank you.